Welcome, viewers and members. Welcome to the courthouse of Wide Wednesday. I'm your judge today, Judge Eric. And today, guys, we going in. I got a panel of people and I got people coming. I have more to come. We're going to have us some fun tonight. I got the ladies in the building.
Hey guys, I'm here today.
I have some Samsung fan boys also in the building and also coming. We're going to have us some fun. We're going to judge today. Not only that, but we got something in store for everybody. We're going to judge it today. We're going to judge Samsung and we're going to judge these companies to make sure that they're going the right way. All right, so first of all, I want to welcome my panel of people. Catwoman in the building. She got her gun. She ready.
I'm the Bales Catwoman.
And I got Kimmy in the building. Hey, Kimmy.
I'm here for it. I got my brother LeBaron here. He ready to go night tonight.
Yes, night.
What's good?
LeBaron.
What's good?
We got LeBaron night in the building. What's up, bro?
What's going on? I don't know about night, but I got some words to be said.
And I got Ashley in the building. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm just here for the tea.
All right, and I got some other people supposed to be on their way as we get along with Judgement. All right, so let's talk about it. LeBaron, this whole month been filled with nothing but noise and crap about delays and cancellations and screens popping out, people doing everything. And then you got the other side of people saying, this is a first generation product. What do you expect? Spend your $2,000 on this phone because it's the best thing since sliced bread. What's your thoughts about this, LeBaron?
This is the thing. This is the thing. For every reviewer out there that says that don't give me the fact that this is a first generation product, you got to be under the age of 30. All right? These companies have been putting out first generation products since the beginning. All right? You're talking to somebody that spent $300 or $400 on a VCR when it came out. All right? A VCR is that when you hit rewind, it would rewind so fast that it would blow the tape up. Okay? Now, this has been done for all new devices. We spent $800 on a doggone microwave. All right. So now, this coming from a bunch of reviewers that wearing headphones, wireless headphones, and they say this is the best thing since sliced bread that run almost $400. Okay. So now, everybody's crying over what's basically a personal computer, whether you want to say I can use it for a computer or not. It's basically for what they say, quote unquote, average consumer could be a personal computer, because these phones do 5 times what any of these people can do on a computer. All right. Now, with that being said, had this not been a YouTube era, a YouTube reviewer era, okay, where everybody is trying to make glorified commercials, okay, the Fold wouldn't have gotten this much attention. It would have came out at $2,000. No one would have spoke of it, okay, just like Samsung did this back here right before they came out with the Galaxy Edge. Okay, the first device that they came out with before the Galaxy Edge came to the States was outrageously expensive. It was in excess of $1,000. Nobody bought it. Nobody talked about it. But now everybody raves over the Note 9. It's just a part of, the Note series. All right. Ever since they started curving the screen on what was that? The
Note 8.
What was that? The Note 5? They started curving the screens.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is most of the people that's commenting are hypocrites, because most of them will pay $1,200 on a phone and they have them in their hands, okay, on a device The Note line, the iPhone, has been the same pretty much for the last, 5 years. And the price keeps going up. You get a doggone device that has never touched the market before, all right? And it's priced at $1,900, and you're crying because the average consumer doesn't want to pay $2,000. Well, this device was not for the average consumer. It was for the consumer junkie that will go out there and spend the money on it. Now, the thing about it is, I have, even with the bad reviews, okay, because everybody starts off their statement saying they're breaking left and right. It's become that YouTube is the same as CSBNC and CNN, and everybody's chasing headlines because you have 4 freaking devices, 4 of them, 2 of them which was operator error. All right. So, but everyone says they're breaking all over the place. Oh my goodness, what is Samsung to do? And everybody is selling that left and right, all right, just to get clickbait, just to get views, okay? And everybody's, woe is me, what is Samsung to do, okay? All in all, if you read the report that Samsung came out with, all right, they acknowledge, okay, this is what's happening, all right? We're going to look at these units and see what's going on with them, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Then they came back and said, we're going to hold back the release, okay? I seen articles where everybody said Samsung is holding back the release of the Fold indefinitely. They didn't say indefinitely. Matter of fact, if you with AT&T held your date back to June 31st. Why would they give you an exact date?
June
And then
13th.
for all these people that thinks that Samsung is going to take a boatload, all right, whether it's 10,000, 100,000, or 200,000 devices and just dump them on something that doesn't have a safety concern, come on, you're fooling yourself.
All right. So I mean, look, I get your point. But here's the thing: is the Fold really a luxury item when AT&T is selling it for $0 down to $66 a month? Is it a luxury item at that point because every consumer can get it? Everybody can get this phone.
The only people that don't call it we're talking about first world problems, and the only people that don't call it a luxury item is Americans. We're the only ones that can look at $2,000 and say that it's not a luxury item.
But let me ask you a question, LeBaron. Is the Galaxy Fold a luxury item? I mean, is the Galaxy Fold a different type of device? It's a phone and a tablet. So, I mean, iPads is a tablet. I mean, the Galaxy S10 is a phone. I mean, so when you talk about this is a innovative product, stuff like that, is it really? Because when we talk about foldable phones, it's been done before, right? I mean, Sierra, whatever, way back in a couple of years ago, they came out with a funky looking foldable phone. Remember when ZTE came out with their foldable phone? So this has been done before. Just because the name Samsung is on it doesn't mean that it's a win-all, be-all. It's a phone that turns into a tablet. So is it innovative? Is it different from any iPad or the Galaxy S Tab device out there?
I mean, it's different. It's definitely different from anything out there.
Yes, it is.
So the thing is
It's jacked up.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Everybody gave Samsung accolades for years. All right. Samsung's not scared to try new things. Samsung has been throwing stuff on the wall to see if it sticks for years. That is their business model. That's the way they do things. They throw it on the wall and they see if it sticks. So now everybody is just gone home because they did the same thing they've been doing for years. But the problem is the only reason this thing is so hyped up is because the people that followed Samsung for years are trying to get clicks.
Right. Hold on. First of all, I want to shout out to Z, my man Zach. I'm sorry, Zach. for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate that, sir. I really do appreciate that super chat. And so welcome to the courthouse. We're going to judge today. Can the Galaxy Fold be judged? LeBaron said that we tripping, that all the big time YouTubers that got the phone early, that's coming out with their reviews, a couple of devices that was all screwed up. It's all screwed up. But LeBaron, I have one question for you, sir, before we hit
Is that a meat tenderizer?
I couldn't find my hammer.
Looking at that.
Look, I couldn't find my hammer. I went in my drawer. I couldn't find the hammer. I had to get something. But let me ask you this question, LeBaron. Do you really think that Samsung just pulled all them devices out of warehouses and go redo the screen in about 2 weeks?
No, and that's the thing. They're not going to do it. And they're not going to do that. Anybody that thinks they're going to do that needs to smack themselves, all right? Because the thing is Samsung is going to pull these devices. They're going to label these devices about the warning, all right? And they're going to chalk it up as a loss. The thing is this device is needed to progress the market. Because somebody has to come and outdo Samsung, all right? Whether it be Huawei, whether it be Xiaomi, whether it be whoever, okay? But until a device hits the market, okay, where they figure all the problems out in long-term use, okay, you can put a device on a machine and you can fold it 50 million times, all right? That's not going to do anything for everyday use, for the guy that puts it in his pocket with a set of keys, or the guy that puts it in his pocket with a candy bar, and God knows whatever else, can happen on an average consumer. I hate saying average consumer because it's been worn out so much.
Let me ask you this question real quick, and I want to get the ladies involved in this. I saw a CNET review today, and she talked about the Fold a little bit in her review. And one of the things she pointed out, that the screen had a dent in it already. The screen plastic had a dent in it. And not only that, she criticized the Fold that she was using it for about a week. And going in and out of her pocket, she noticed that around the screen, it's all got lint and all kinds of things like that. We talk about 1 week of use with a dent already in the screen and lint that's already for going in and out the pocket. So would that be a problem 6 months from now or 1 year from now? Would it be a problem when you're going in and out of your pocket and your whole screen got lint on the edges? And you might have, you got a little dent here, a little dent there, because it's a plastic display and it's not going to recover. So let's make sure we understand that. If you put a dent in that display, it's not going to recover.
You see these nails?
Yeah.
I bet you these nails could put a dent in them.
Cute.
And they are not even sharp. They are very smooth. Very smooth. And I bet you that if I opened it up and went like this, I would leave a little dent in it. They got to reinforce that.
But here's the thing, folks. If the phone was $200, we could give it a pass. If the phone was $500, we'll give it a pass. But when the phone is the most expensive cell phone, one of the most expensive cell phones out there, one of the most expensive phones out there. Listen, man, I talk about this a lot. Man, this phone got to be the win-all, be-all. Man, look, the first generation and all that crap goes out the window when you spending $2,200 on something. You know what I'm saying?
Look. That's all. If you're looking at it, okay, if you're looking at this device from a average consumer that is buying this to be, look, the guy that buys this phone, like, I'm getting this phone. When they release it, all the problems announced, I'm getting this phone. And when I get this phone, I'm not getting this phone, okay, to be a workhorse. I'm getting this phone for the element of what it is.
But what if you want to get it for that reason? What if you want to get it so it can be your workhorse? If you want a 2-in-1, you want it to do 2-in-1.
Hey,
not some little this and some little.
Tech King on the budget. Tech King on the budget. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on?
Oh, ain't nothing. You know, we get deep down dirty. You know how we do it.
Man,
We get deep down dirty.
I just got finished eating, man. I'm up here trying not to fall asleep before this, man.
Oh, the itis.
Let's see if I can angle this a little bit better. Lord, I'm like,
You know, I have a question real quick about the foldable. So my question is, if they came out with a foldable tablet, how much would they market it for? How much would it be?
Well, I mean, think about it. That brings up a good question. If they take an iPad that's already 9.7 inches and just fold it, you know, I mean, what would that be at this point, right?
Because I feel like if you had sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like if you had like a tablet or an iPad and you were able to fold it, I feel like if you damaged it the way that you damaged the foldable phone, it would be more forgiving. But I feel like because the device is meant to do more, it's not as forgiving.
I want to give a huge shout out to Tech Rant. Welcome to court. Members, jurors. So we got the jurors in the building. Yes.
So we're trying to figure out if Samsung is guilty or not guilty.
what, releasing something way too damn early? Yeah, they guilty.
Yeah, did Samsung do foul play?
How did they do foul play?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Your voice went up a little bit, too many octaves there.
Yeah, calm down.
No, let me say this. We don't know until we get all the facts. We don't call the facts yet.
Okay. Well, the only facts that we have is what Samsung said. So I'm gonna let's do story time on what Samsung words actually are. All right, story time. This is a letter that somebody got, and they showed everybody what it said. It said, "Dear Jessica, thank you for your recent pre-order of the Galaxy Fold. We're writing with an update on your order anticipated ship date. Galaxy Fold will be the first phone in a completely new mobile category, featuring an innovative form factor that uses new technology and materials to deliver a display that is flexible enough to fold. We're excited by the interest and excitement of consumers like you around the Galaxy Fold. Last week, we shared some of the first production units with reviewers in the US. Many reviewers shared with us the vast potential they saw for this new form factor, but a few had some issues. We want our consumers to have the best experience possible, which is why, after initial feedback, we have decided to delay the release of the category-changing Galaxy Fold to make sure it measures up to the high standards we know you expect from us. Your pre-order guarantees your place in the queue for this innovative technology. You will not be charged until your order ships. We'll update you with more specific shipping information in 2 weeks. If you prefer not to wait, you can cancel your order at Samsung.com at any time before it has shipped. We value the trust you place in us. We are committed to delivering the very best in mobile technology and look forward to shipping your Galaxy Fold. Thank you from all of us at Samsung, Cal Raman." So nowhere did they say that this is not for the average consumer. Nowhere in there did Samsung say that.
Luxury.
Yeah, they didn't say luxury anywhere on here. They're not excluding a class of people whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they're inviting everybody into a new category that they're saying that they're creating.
Hey, y'all need to see technical Twitter said if it says 66 a month, it ain't luxury.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, they're not even telling this person when to expect for it to come out. AT&T has said June 13th. First, they said May 24th. And they keep pushing it back. But to be honest with you, Samsung just doesn't have a date. They don't. because they understand that it's a problem, but they don't really know how long it's going to take to fix everything. So that means that there is something that needs to be fixed. The fact that it's not like a turnaround time of a month or something like that, that they're very, very meticulous in the date that they're pushing out. And the fact that there's no date means that this is a very, very serious problem.
Well, let me ask you this question. So I know we've been talking about Samsung, and the Samsung night's been out in droves. If this would have happened to Apple, what if Apple, if Apple would have done this, y'all would have been on it laughing. Everybody would have been laughing and giggling, talking about, I told you Apple suck, and they all Tim Cook and all they want is money and all this stuff like that. But it's happening to Samsung, and so everybody coming up with, it's okay, easy. It's a first generation product. Just go and put your $2,000 on that. Don't worry about it. It's all cool.
If Apple had done this, I'd been the happiest person in the room.
See, petty.
No, I'm serious. I am dead serious. If Apple had done this, then I would say that there's hope for Apple. But see, Apple doesn't operate this way. Apple is going to sit back. They're going to let Samsung do what they do. They're going to let Xiaomi do what they do. Huawei do what they do, okay? And then Apple takes the safe road, okay? And they'll take the safe road, and once the technology has been out there for a minute, they'll say, oh, we did cutting edge. And
so you're saying you would be happy if they were innovative, not that you would be happy that they would have to delay a device.
I would be happy that they would be innovative. Yeah. If Apple if this were Apple, I would be saying the same exact thing that I'm doing, because the thing about it is techies are hypocrites. And this is the thing. You can't be a tech junkie, okay? And on one side, beg for innovation. Because the problem with innovation comes problems. There's going to come shortcomings, all right? So you can't be a techie and beg for innovation, all right? And then when you get that innovation, turn into a consumer and expect it to be perfect.
I would be more forgiving of a software defect than a hardware defect, though.
Agreed.
Right.
The fact that it's a hardware issue, and I am giving Samsung credit, okay, because the fact that they decided to pull back and not send it out, that's more than enough that any other company would have done, to be honest with you. So I am very, very proud of them for taking a step back. But one of the reasons why they're doing this too is because this is not the first time something like that has happened to them.
But once again, I'm going back to this, is that this is Samsung has not changed the way they have done business since they introduced Galaxy line. Samsung has been doing the same type of business since we can remember the touchscreen cell phone. Since Samsung has been doing, they are 100% consistent to the way that they do business. All right. The problem is that everyone has gotten all bent out of shape because of the price, which everyone that bought a S10 Plus, everyone that bought a Note 9, everybody that bought a Note 8, everyone that bought those devices, okay, if they complain about the price of this device, I'm still saying you're hypocrites. For the simple fact that those are the products that are overpriced.
All right, so let me ask you a question. When we talk about phones that's $1,000, a lot of people, and I say this a lot, that I don't believe no phone is worth $1,000. Especially when you got nice phones out there like OnePlus and other devices out there that give you really good performance, pretty decent cameras for half the price. Okay, with that said and done, listen, I said this before, who buys a Galaxy S10 for $1,000? When they had all them deals out there, man, I mean, they was giving you $550 off on the Galaxy S10. I mean, most people was getting their Galaxy S10s for like $300. because they was doing trade-ins with the Galaxy S9. So listen, let's make sure we get this right. But most people was getting $550 off on their phones. All they had to do is trade in the Galaxy S8 or Galaxy S9, and you was getting $550 off. So that means that phone technically was not $1,000. But they're not doing that with the phone, right? They're not doing that with the phone. It's a win-all be-all. But it's not a luxury item because it's available. AT&T go do zero down, $66 a month. T-Mobile will probably do the same thing. And look, one of the biggest things that concerns me is that you really think that Samsung took all them phones that's sitting in the warehouse was ready to get shipped off to customers. They brought them back to South Korea or wherever the manufacturer plant is to redo those screens. I don't think so. I think that they're going to slap a little label on there, say don't pull the screen off, and they're going to ship that shit off to people.
But that's what my point. This is you just acknowledged a couple of things. Okay. Now, the thing about a luxury device, everybody's definition is different. Okay. The freaking iWatch is a luxury device. Okay. And you can buy that from T-Mobile for $30 a month or $20 a month. But the thing is it's a luxury device for the simple fact that most people don't have that money to spend on it and are not going to spend that type of money for it. So that's why I call it a luxury device. Anytime you can purchase something that the average person cannot purchase, it's a luxury.
But anybody can purchase it right now.
Right.
Because you could just pay monthly.
Listen, this is what I'm saying though. You're talking to somebody. I am a president of a child care center where most of these parents are on government assistance, right? Half of them can't even get. Matter of fact, half of my staff when I first got there, they couldn't even afford a T-Mobile phone or whatever. Okay, until we went out and got them accounts. All right, because they were paying these bogus.
So all those phones you got them, are they luxury devices?
The iPhone is a luxury device. That's what I'm saying. The iPhone 10X Max, that's a luxury device. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Anything. What's the difference between flagship and luxury? Somebody tell me what the difference between flagship and luxury is.
The luxury devices won't break easily.
You say that, all right? You say that. Hey, I'm a watch person, right? I love watches, all right? I can't afford the watches that I like because the watches that I like, they start at 30 grand. All right. So now, if I go out and go get a Rolex or a tag, all right, at 30 grand and put it on my arm, do you think that I'm going to wear that every day? It's a luxury item. It's a $30,000 watch.
Just one day. Just one day. Aren't you going to feel some type of way?
You said what?
What if your Rolex breaks after one day? Like it just stops telling time. The most basic thing that it's supposed to do, like the foldable phone, is supposed to fold, right? What if your Rolex can't even tell time? Wouldn't you feel upset about that? I would. I would feel cheated.
You're upset about anything but this is the thing. You're upset about anything that breaks, all right? But how luxury companies, this is the thing about a luxury company. A luxury company is defined by the luxury from the way that they treat their customers.
Okay, how about this? Let's put it another way. Let's say I give Rolex the benefit of the doubt. I send it back to them. And then they send me another one. And then that one again can't tell time.
Then you don't deal with Rolex. There's Brettley.
That's what people are doing right now with Samsung.
Yeah,
they're saying, I'm not going to deal with this shit. I'm not going to deal with this shit if it's going to break in a couple of days or a few months from now.
But the problem
That's exactly what everybody's saying.
Yeah, but everybody is saying it wasn't going to buy the phone in the first place.
That's not true. Eric was going to buy it.
So
Aaron was gonna buy it.
Hey, so we let Catwoman do the cross examination.
All right. Hold on.
My wife didn't want me to, but I was gonna buy it. Shit, I just wanted to try it.
There you go.
Is your pre-order still there, Teching, on a budget?
I ain't I ain't. Nah, I said I wanted to buy it. I was gonna be one of them 66 a month niggas. I ain't even gonna tell no lie.
Oh, okay.
So look, let me ask y'all this question.
I like that.
Let me ask y'all this question. Just say, for instance, Samsung say, okay, this phone is ready to be purchased by all, right? So people run out to AT&T, put it on, device payment plans, and put it for 30 months, 35 months, or 40 months, or however they do their device payment plans, right? And 6 months from now, people start having these issues with tearing of the plastic and dents in their screen. Because here's the thing, this device, you're not taking this phone on the beach with you, right? You're not taking this phone, near the pool. You got to have two phones. This is not a daily driver. It's not IP certified. So you're not taking this phone and letting somebody, to the beach and think you're going to take these nice, pretty shots at the beach. You're going to get sand in the screen. It's done. You got a $2,000 paperweight, right? So this phone ain't like for a daily driver material. You're not taking this phone nowhere with you. You got a $2,000 phone that you got to let it sit in your hotel room because you don't want to get it near the pool. You can't bring it to the sand. You can't do none of that stuff with this phone.
Let me jump in real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cover multiple points as fast as I can.
Yeah, talk up.
So I get what you're saying about
louder.
You can't take the phone. Can you hear me now?
You gotta scream at us.
Yeah.
Hold on. Shit. I gotta scream. What the fuck?
Okay, while you get it situated, let me read these super hats, okay?
Yeah.
Shout out to the super hats.
Yeah, shout out to the super hats in the building. Total Tech with $1.99. Salute to the stream. These excuses are hilarious. Steve Moore, he gave $1. No comment. Total Tech again. Shout out to 66 month
Wait,
man.
hold on. Uh-oh.
Who's stopping?
Don't do this again. Not tonight.
That's Tech Rap happening over there.
He's popping over there. Hold on.
I'm having memories of last week.
Fapgate. And then Total Tech with another $1.99. Can someone upgrade LeBaron's phone service first?
Oh.
Who do you have, LeBaron? Who do you have?
T-Mobile.
Oh.
I got T-Mobile too.
Probably the same one he got.
How unmute him?
You gotta right click on him.
Oh crap! Hey, look, Tech Rat, I'm gonna hit you out because I don't know how to unmute you, man. Just come back. All right, we got some more super hats, right?
Yeah.
Another $1.99 for Tech Rat. Fapgate, man, you ladies being getting stroked on.
I don't know what that means.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's reload. Teching on a budget. What you gotta say?
What, on the fold? Man, my thing with the fold is this. I like that Samsung tried to do something different, and I think once they refine it, it's gonna be a new category like they said. But you can't bring something out for $2,000 and then mess up the next day. It don't matter if it's a phone or what. That's like going and spending 20 grand on a car and you drive it off the lot and the oil leaking out of it. Like you can't when you talking about spending that kind of money, whether it's broken down over X amount of months or it's spent up front, that's a bad investment.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and for everybody that it don't matter how much money you got. $2,000 is $2,000. I mean, even rich folks are tight. And when they spending $2,000, and I talk to a lot of people that got a lot of money, and I promise you, they nitpick. They would rip this phone apart. You think rich people just go buy this phone and it's gonna be The screen go get did it and all that stuff like that. Man, rich folks go left there and tear this phone apart, man.
But the thing about rich people though, the thing about rich people that nobody gonna talk about is that if a rich person spends $2,000, they planning on getting double that back, if not more. They do more investing than do just buying stuff. The fold is meant for people who want to buy something and just kind of show it off. And if you actually going to use it productivity wise, then that's on you. But it just for $2,000, like it just don't make sense.
Right. And one of the things that I'm saying is that, when people say they get a little piece of pebble underneath the screen, it goes out. But that's very like people like, well, you got to verify this phone. You got to, you won't be putting no dirt on this phone. You got to put it in the case, and you're not bringing it to the beach, and you're not doing this with the phone. You're not doing that with the phone. God damn, for $2,000, I can't do nothing with the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you think about this. A lot of people say we're going to use it for productivity. They go on job sites. Well, what if somebody had, you go on the construction site, right? What if you go on something that's, they laying pipe in the ground? You're going to have a dirty site. So you're not pulling out your phone for that? I mean, if it's a business phone, right? I mean, is it only for suit and tie people? I mean, that's the whole thing. So my problem is with this phone is that, okay, granted that it's a luxury item per se, or with this, that, and the other. That's fine. But when you look at some of the things that we've been seeing out of the tech, listen, first of all, Samsung effed up big time by sending faulty units to tech reviewers. Listen, man, I don't care. That right there was a no-no. Even though we didn't get it in our hand, but usually the tech guards is the one that tell us, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Get your money ready. Y'all get ready. And all of a sudden, we're not hearing that from them. Now, some of them are saying it, Some of them are saying, it's still going to be a good phone. Let Samsung fix it or this, that, and other. All right, cool. But what about...
That's my problem, E. That's my problem with this situation. Most of the negative flack that I've heard, okay, even the devices that broke, all right, the negative flack that I've heard, and that's why I'm in such an uproar, has been from most people that never even touched the device. Everybody that I've seen that reviewed the device, the ones that pulled the screen off, the ones that everyone that has touched that device has not heard the negative, this is a piece of crap, don't buy it, blah, 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 blah. Everyone that I've seen that has touched the device, that had the device in hand, has defended the device and said that this might not be the device for you. I wouldn't recommend you buy it right now, but I really like this device and I want it to succeed. That's how they've built this out. All the flack, all the negativity, all the bashing of it has come from people that don't have it. So
I keep going in and out, LeBarry.
Right, but I would let somebody else chime in on this since we cross-examining people. Wait till this phone get in the hands of the average consumer. Now it's going to be the question of what's going to be the excuses next, right? I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, when the average consumer start getting this product in their hand, and this thing been blasted all over the news, all over the internet, people gonna be nitpicking on this thing, bro. Especially for $2,000. For $2,000, man, I think, when people get this phone, spend it outright $2,000, I think that people gonna nitpick this phone. You're gonna see it all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. People gonna complain about it. Now, I seen the CNET review along with the other couple of reviews saying that the screens, when you go up and down on the screen, you get that jello effect, like the upside down screen on the OnePlus phone. I seen somebody did a close up when they were scrolling up and down on that screen on the phone, and the screen couldn't keep up with each other. It was jelloing. So, man, that's a problem, man.
Like plasma?
Yeah, man, that screen was doing some waviness, man. So I've seen this stuff here from reviewers, right?
I feel like people are gonna go to their carriers and they're gonna upgrade their phones. They're gonna get the foldable because they like the Galaxy or the Note. They're gonna take it home. They're gonna treat it the same, and it's gonna have issues, and they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
All right, here's my take on all this or whatever, right?
Oh, there's tech rant.
So let's cover a few things. One, right? Everybody was pissed off at Samsung for the issues, right? I totally get that. But Samsung went ahead and did what everybody was calling for, and now everybody's leapfrogging onto something else. Like everybody was like, Samsung got to pull this phone. Samsung got to do something. Samsung got to XYZ. Okay, they pulled the phone. They said they're going to do the investigation. It's only been how many days since this actually went down? We all know approximate dates are all set up for change or whatnot. So let's kind of leave that point alone until we get to that actual point. No consumer has this phone in their hand yet. So that's why I'm saying that's where we should judge what actually happens. What if Samsung actually did find out what was wrong and then they put out the report? That's what we judge off of. Now, okay, everything with the hardware, I agree with you on that one. That part makes sense. Like the hardware should be down. Maybe somebody at marketing tried to push it and the wrong people did the wrong thing, but we don't know that. We don't know all the facts. As far as the price is concerned, yes, it's expensive. And even I made the point of you really can't take it to the beach. But if we go back to where phones first came out and they were brand new technology, let's look at the first iPhone and the first Galaxies. These phones were not, dust-proof, waterproof, shatter resistant, anything like that. You drop it on the ground, it breaks immediately. But they were expensive devices because they were first. Not saying it's right, but just looking at it objectively, we're dealing with kind of the same issue. And so the basic problem here is that you got a company that did take some chances. The product is flawed in some way, but we have to find out what the full amount is. They've already pulled the phone. Now,
but I feel that those who are saying that, you know what, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna wait and see because I want to wait and see for what happens after the consumer gets it. I'm not, even though I was gonna pre-order it, I'm not gonna get it right away. I'm gonna hold judgment. I'm not gonna get it. I don't think that those people are being hypocrites. I think that they're.
I don't either. I agree.
So which are the ones that are being hypocrites?
The ones that are being hypocrites are the ones that are bashing the phone out the gate. It was a piece of crap. Samsung knew that this was going to happen. I mean, you hear it all day long. They knew this was going to happen. It's like, you never touched the device. And then I hear breakdown reviews of the problem with the fold. The problem is this crease right here. You ain't never touched the device. How you gonna tell me what the crease is doing? You see what I'm saying? Samsung is even inspecting the device. So my problem. That's my problem. Like Easy, he said that he was gonna get it. He's holding off because of the problems. I'm good with that. You got some that say, hey, I still got my pre-order. I'm good with that. My problem is when the creators, all right? Because this is the thing. The tech creators, reviewers, and influencers have a responsibility of IMO, in my opinion, okay? But that's not what happens. They approach it at a for-all, end-all, be-all, which to me is where a lot of the problems begin.
Well, I'll tell you who I am. I'm one of those people that said they weren't going to buy it because one, the price, and secondly, I didn't like the design. I felt like it just compromises too much. And I said from the first time I saw it, I zoomed in and I showed everybody that crease and I said, I'm not liking this right here. This does not look good. This looks suspect. And then reviewers get it and there is a problem. And I'm like, well, I felt like something was kind of off, but I don't feel like I'm being a hypocrite because I feel like I've been saying the same thing from the beginning. I wasn't going to get it. I felt that there was something wrong with the design. There is something wrong with the design. I'm not saying that I wanted to fail, but I was I was not going to be a beta tester. I was not going to spend $2,000 on something that already looked like if it wasn't proven.
Well,
Right.
here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. I know Tech Rant and y'all made your point. But here's the thing. This is not 1980, and this is not the 2000s. This is 2019. Innovation technology have made leaps and bounds over there. I don't think we could say, well, way back when the first Galaxy Note came out, things are totally different from that era. Don't listen.
No, it's relative, because back then we were introducing a technology that was something brand new, and then today in 2019, this is something brand new. As much as I don't want to agree with the sentiment, because I really don't like the fold, but I'm just trying to be objective.
But standards have been made. Like, companies have put these standards out. This is why the consumers have standards. Even the creators, everybody has standards for a reason. And so it's not like you can't go back to 2006 or 7 when the iPhone came out and expect it to be the same effect. People want more because this is what the companies have put into people.
And that's the point.
Okay. If that's the case, then why does Apple still have failing keyboards? It's all about,
Thank
people
you.
are willing to accept.
But this is like, that's not as big as a foldable phone. This is $2,000.
A failed foldable phone.
A failed foldable phone.
I'm just gonna throw my hat in and say right now that both of them are unacceptable. The fold not working correctly is unacceptable, and the keyboard not working is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And the only thing that we are saying, well, I know I'm specifically saying, is that I'm saying, Samsung, I know that you could put a quality product out there because I've seen you do it before. So stop gypping us and give us the real deal. That's all I'm asking.
I think to Ashley's point, though, you also got to take into consideration, if you're looking at it objectively, 10 years ago, didn't nobody give a damn about a waterproof phone. Nobody cared about how big the battery was, because everybody was still kind of getting into carrying a smartphone. So a lot of the things that we're groomed by these companies now to accept, when you release a product that doesn't have that stuff, you get the reaction that we're getting. People are used to hearing that a phone is IP67, 68. They're used to all these features that you're supposed to be able to get with $1,000 phone. So when you're charging double that and you're not giving me that, you can kind of see where some people are saying, like, nah, this ain't gonna fly.
But see, that's where the device becomes a device that's not for you. Just like Tech Valor just said, it's not for me. I'm gonna wait because of the price. Number one, number two, because I knew it was gonna be problems with the crease or whatever. But the problem is with this is the thing is I don't know how many people on the panel has worked on the assembly line, right? Okay, but on the assembly line, I worked on an assembly line for 4 years. I was an operator. When you put any product, okay, I don't care if it's a phone or if it's a piece of steel, the very first product that you put on that assembly line is the most expensive product, and depending on the demand in the industry, that product doesn't get cheaper until, over time, all right? So this is where I am, I guess, by me knowing this end of things, okay, we are buying flagships, whether you get them at discount or whatever, because Apple don't discount nothing, okay, and the iPhone is still, if you get a Max or you get a regular iPhone, it's still $9.99 and up, all right? On a product that's on a assembly line that pretty much has not changed for the last year and a half or 2 years. So technically, over time, that product is supposed to get cheaper, and it's supposed to hit the consumer at a cheaper cost.
Okay.
All right?
Hold on now. We've been waiting on this phone for 8 years. 8 years.
It's not production, though. The thing is it's
8 years.
But still, Kimmy, it's not production. A product. Okay, so you've been waiting on it.
8 years for failed.
You said what?
Fail.
I mean, you can call it a fail.
All I
For your
want to say, I just want to say this real quick before Easy talk to address the comment about it not being for me. My stance with the fold was that I wanted to try it for the simple fact of what I do when I'm not indulging my hobby in YouTube. I drive a semi truck all day long, and I'm in the truck. So for me, being able to go in the back of my truck when I'm on my rest break and unfold my phone, and I got a tablet, that's less stuff I got to carry around with me. So to an extent, I was excited for it. But when people are having problems with dust getting inside of it, just like it was said earlier, I delivered a load today to a construction site. If I'd have had a $2,000 phone with me, man, that thing would have been tore up. That scares people.
I agree. I agree.
That's the point that we all try to make here, is that you can't even get dust on this thing, man.
But
you can't
Easy gonna make me get my sword. Hold on.
You can't put this thing, man. You can't put this thing down no water. You can't put no dust on it. You got to put this thing in a diaper.
It's fragile.
but this is what I'm saying.
Can we say this though? Can we say, all right, even with everything that happened, right? The positives of this, because a lot of it's been mostly negative, like negative everywhere. The positives of this is that this is going to help other companies get better. Other companies are going to look at this and be like, oh, no, we can't have this happen. And even if Samsung, let's say they take it back, they look at everything, and they're like, look, the next one, we can't have this happen again on this issue. I know everybody brings up the Fold or the other phone blowing up or whatever. That was more of a safety thing, where this is more of a hardware, functionality thing. So it can only get better from here. But like I said, Samsung made the steps that we asked them to make, because we all came out here and said, you can't release this product. They took it back.
Well, Tech Man, you got to think about it. Go back about 5 years ago. Samsung was the one that showed off the foldable phone. Remember if you look at the Samsung keynote address, right? Samsung showed, they showed off the foldable phone about almost 8 years ago. Somebody said 6 years ago. If you watch the keynote address, if you watch that keynote address, Samsung showed it off. They showed where the guy rolled it out and he flipped it and put it in his pocket and stuff like that. So we knew this was coming because they told us Samsung said it was coming. Samsung told us this was coming. Now here's the point. Now when we talk about been working on it for 8 years and stuff like that, man, listen, with Samsung resources, massive resources. I mean, an army of innovators and techies and engineers. For 8 years, they debuted a product that was in 8 years of making, right? Maybe I'm wrong about the 8 years. I don't know. Maybe somebody will correct me after they watch the replay. But for 8 years in the making, with an army of engineers, I'm talking an army of them, and they released a product to tech reviewers because, listen, the gods of tech is the one that's going to sell it or ain't going to sell it. And they gave it to the gods of tech. And it didn't work out that way. Listen, for Samsung credit, they trying to push the envelope. Now, listen, Samsung has done this before. Remember the Mega. Samsung released a lot of phones. Remember the Galaxy Note Fold and all that stuff. Listen, so Samsung is not new to the releasing product to see how people will react to it, stuff like that. So, look, here's the thing. We've been hearing reports for a long time that Samsung wanted this phone out first because here come Huawei.
Yeah.
Here come Huawei. Huawei ain't fucking around. Say, all right, you better release it before I do because it's coming. And then you got other companies like ZTE and all these other companies say, hey, listen, we're going to release our foldable phone, but it's going to be like $800. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is it going to be good as Samsung? We don't know, but we have to wait and see. But I just want to interject that as we cross-examine everybody. Shout out to everybody that's joining the stream.
Yeah. Can I just say something? I don't think that Samsung rushed it. I don't think they rushed it.
Hell no.
I think they half-assed it. They didn't really put real world testing on it. And
Right.
that's what makes me sad about the whole thing. But what makes my faith be restored is the fact that they decided to hold off. So I do give them props for that, but I'm still gonna be on the sidelines looking.
When it drops.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna put my
Would
money
you
in
buy-
that. I'm not gonna become a beta tester. I'm gonna wait for everybody else to become a beta tester. LeBaron, hit me up. I want to know the tea when you get it. Okay.
Here's the thing about
But
this,
I don't
though.
think there's anything wrong with anyone saying, you know what, I'm not gonna get it right now.
I don't have
Wait.
no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Where I have a problem is, I'm telling you, where I have a problem is the reviewers that go out there and give, quote unquote, they present it as their professional opinion about a product that they absolutely know nothing about. Like I said, everyone that has had the product in their hand, go back and look at the reviews, because they say it's
Everyone
only
that has
12
the
people.
product in their hands are being paid.
That's what they do, though. They review every product like that. It don't matter
Yeah,
if
it's
the
a
tech community, the
commercial.
beauty community, the candle community, the Beanie Baby community. That's what they do.
Right? It's a commercial.
Did you guys see C Kid today? C Kid, CJ, they went and met
Soldier knows
with
best.
Soldier Knows Best, and they said the same thing. Everyone that has held this device, okay, has said that, man, this, I didn't know it was going to be this nice, okay. And this is the other thing. This is the other thing. Because as I watch these videos and I watch what went down, okay, I'm automatically chalking two of these screens out as, I don't even count those two. The two where they try to pull the screens off, I don't count them. I'm sorry, I simply can't count them. Even after on Viper's live stream, Board at Work came on, okay, and he explained, he's like, for you to pull this screen off is not something just easy, that there's a little lip that you can just pull it off. It takes some struggle, and it really takes some effort to really
My wife's
get it.
condom is not easy to take off. It's not something you just peel off.
No, what I'm saying is, he even explained it to, like, even trying to get to the edge of it, it takes some work and some effort.
One reviewer pulled his all the way off, though.
Yeah, but that's what he's trying. That's what his explanation is that it took some work and effort to really pull that off.
It might have depended on the unit too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, everybody's level of common sense is not the same, and I don't care how big of a YouTuber you are.
But the products
They're
weren't
not
also
all
made all the same. Some of them had the labeling on it. Some of them didn't. I love Samsung. I love their products, but I think it's okay to drag them a little bit, because if not, they're gonna get away with bloody murder. That's exactly what's going. If we don't raise our voices and say, hey, you need to treat us better than this, then what's gonna happen? We're gonna get the devices. People are gonna get the devices. Now they gotta call customer service, which is hella frustrating to deal with. Who's gonna want to spend 1 to 2 hours on the phone with Samsung, telling them, "Oh, I got a busted device. You gotta send me a new one." Now they want proof. They want to go with this rigmarole and all this other stuff. No, all we're saying is, do what you said you were gonna do. You were gonna give us an innovative product that's luxurious, that works right as you said it's gonna work, and it wasn't. And so you got dragged for it. You got dragged for it. And it's okay. Everybody needs to get dragged. I've been dragged before.
They didn't get dragged. They got raped. They've been getting raped.
Hey, check this out, right?
But
when a lot of people, when y'all, and then a lot of y'all say, when you touch the device, it's something you never felt before. Hey, when I touch my wife, I feel like that. So I mean, come on, man. Shit, come on, fellas. How many times did I pull out the phone and that Beyonce felt good? Like, ooh, this is the best phone I ever touched. Come on, man. It feels good in the hand, right? Ladies, You know what I'm saying? Come on, look, Flossie say it all the time. It feels so good in the hand.
But what feel good in your hand
Hey,
might
y'all,
not
I gotta
feel good in
run.
mine.
I'll catch up with y'all.
All right, man. Thank you, Tech
Thanks for
Brand.
joining us,
All right,
Tucker.
Ted.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, y'all talk that. I mean, I hear people say, but it's the best thing they ever felt in their hand. Come on, man. I feel that when I touch my wife, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
And nobody was saying that all of the devices were bad. They were just saying
Right.
that out of the batch that was out, there was too much of a high ratio of them being messed up, and they needed to delay it. I
Okay.
am happy that they delayed it.
I'm
I'm
and
still not gonna buy it. I'm gonna
I'm
wait and see.
yeah, but that's the thing. I'm happy that they delayed it. Okay, I think that was the thing to do. All right. But still, after I look at all these reviews and even the incidents with the phones that went bad, okay. So one of the phones came from The Verge, right? One of the phones came from The Verge, who no one in the tech community even trusts anymore. All right.
but they got 2 million subscribers, man. Shit, they got 2 million subscribers.
Listen. No, you're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying that in the community, the tech community, you know, the YouTube creators, all right, I've gone the last 3 or 4 months watching everybody in the tech creator community just about bash The Verge. They're not to be trusted. They're blah, 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 clickbait, yada, yada, yada. I've seen I've been in live streams where The Verge has been the discussion, okay, of who not to trust, all right? With that being said, whose device that goes bad? The Verge. And Redinger pointed this out. The Verge, when they do their little B-roll, they
What about
take...
CNBC, right? Wasn't it CNBC?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
CNBC, are they not trusted?
Listen. Let me finish.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm just saying what you're saying. I'm repeating what you're saying.
But this is what I'm saying is, so you got CNBC, you got The Verge. They took clay, stuck it in the back of their device to hold it up to do B-roll, okay? And evidently, some of it got into the device, all right? I'm not giving the device an excuse. I'm just saying that you had those two devices, CNBC and The Verge. The other two that pulled the screen off, I don't even count those because, yeah, they should have had some type of warning about the screen or whatever.
But if it fucks up and you're just reviewing it, if you're just propping it up, being fragile is not a feature.
So wait, you telling me that if I want to do a B-roll, you telling me if I want to do a B-roll, put clay, I can put clay on all my other phones?
Yeah.
Why the fuck I can't put clay on this phone?
Because he's fragile, you cannot.
I can't put clay on it? I mean, so I can do my B-roll?
I bought a foldable phone, not a baby.
I can't, the fragilia.
Put a diaper on it. Let's go.
Hey, I just said put a diaper on. Look, I'm saying like this. You got, I mean, look, come on, man. I mean, let's be real. A lot of people was hitting the Verge in the comments talking about because y'all put clay on it. Man, why they can't put clay on it? I mean, they didn't give them a warning not to put clay on it. I mean, that's how
don't nobody in
Next
the
thing you
whole
know,
state
you
of
can't
Georgia
put it-
need to buy that bitch. And if
You
that's the
can't
case,
put it
they
by
ain't got
one of
nothing
those
but clay.
fake plants that YouTubers have. You can't, because the dust is gonna get all over it. Can't do none of that.
I
We
mean,
need to make a video. If you live in the state of Georgia, do not buy the Galaxy Fold. Do not buy that baby. Red clay every goddamn where. Don't do it.
I know everybody's gonna bust out their magnifying glasses as soon as they get this fold and it comes out again, which they should, because they was gonna give us with the okie doke. And I'm glad people spoke up, even if they got dragged. I'm glad they got dragged.
Hey,
Because because what did they say when when it first came out? They said we're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna put it out anyways. They said they're gonna do it anyways. So then they got extra dragged on Twitter, and then that's when they postponed the event in China And then on Monday, they said they're going to delay it and they're going to check it out, make sure, reinforce, blah, blah, blah. They had to get extra dragged.
Right, but they got extra drag. We'll see what they do, because for some odd reason, I seen two responses where somebody posted where their delivery date has been postponed to July 31st. I seen that twice today. So if this phone comes out, if they re-release this phone and people get it by July 31st, it's the same phones that was sitting in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna wait. It's gonna come out the same time as the Note.
I doubt it.
They're gonna wait after the Note.
if it comes that long, they're not gonna release it until maybe the end of the year, Christmas time or something.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to interfere with the sale of the Note. I doubt they want that.
For the record, I do hope that it succeeds, because I'm ready for version 3. I'm not even ready for version 2. I'm ready for version 3 because I do not like the design. They got to fix that design.
You don't like the butt crack?
No, man.
Actually,
Mr. Catwoman was the one who told me. He's like, this is great. They delayed it. That means that they're not going to come out with their version 2 next time. They're going to come out with their version 3. They're going to skip it. Go right to the next one. Blah. So I'm excited about that.
But if you guys think that these devices are not going to have a butt crack, you're highly mistaken. Because you point me to one piece of plastic in the entire world that you can fold it, completely fold it, all right, and it not have some type of bend in it. Show me one material capable of that in society today, in the world, the entire world, and then I'll say you won't have a butt crack. The butt crack is inherent to the technology.
Okay, this is a piece of tape. I'm gonna fold it. You don't see no butt crack, right?
You said what?
This is a piece of tape. There's no butt crack, right? Fold it. And I'm gonna fold it just how they fold it. They don't fold it all the way. They fold it just like this, right? And
how thin is that piece of tape?
You said any material. You didn't. You said any. I'm using your logic, man. You said use any. Show me a material.
No, I said
your logic, man.
Plastic. I said plastic.
This is plastic. It's tape.
No.
It's plastic. What do you think it is?
Your thing. Tape is not plastic. I'm sorry. Tape is a urethane.
It can be done.
But tape is a urethane. It's not plastic.
Oh gosh.
So you want me to go and find a material that is just like the fold? I might as well just go get the fold.
Find me a piece of plastic that
Don't go get the fold.
Find me a piece of plastic. Find me a piece of plastic that you can fold to that degree and it not have some type of bend in it. You find me one and I'll shut up.
No, you can't change the rules of engagement just because I proved it wrong.
I didn't. You showed me.
You said find me any material. I found a piece of tape because I got a lot of shit on this desk. This is a hot mess.
No, I said plastic. I didn't say any material. There's plenty of materials.
Where's the flashback machine? Can we go back?
Rewind it and watch it. You're gonna say, "Oh yeah, he did say plastic."
This is plastic.
Tape is not plastic. It's urethane. It's a chemical.
Plastic is not a chemical.
Plastic is a chemical, but it's a look. I'm not. Tape is a urethane.
All right, I'm gonna go find one.
Oh.
Find me a piece of plastic that's gonna bend, that you can bend. You can fold it that thin, and it not leave a crack. That's just inherent to the technology. And matter of fact, everybody that had the device in hand, even the ones that complained about the durability of the product,
Can you see me? Can you see me?
I can't see anything.
Then how am I going to demonstrate this to you? I just found a piece of plastic, bro.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
It's a piece of plastic.
Hey, it's got booty holes too. She ready.
Yeah. It's a piece of plastic
See you now. So bend it.
from packaging. All right.
Sit.
I'm gonna do it just like the fold. All right. Hold on, let me take out this.
Oh, Pampers. Oh,
Big baby.
I like Huggies
This gets better.
Okay.
There you go. We got to get the cruisers, man. You got to get the cruisers.
Hey, I like Pampers too. My son used to made it happen.
Nah, Huggies for the win.
Huggies for girls,
Yep.
Pampers for boys.
Huggies.
Girls. So I'm just cutting up the piece of plastic. It's a square shape, okay?
Okay, looks like a tablet.
Just like a tablet.
Nah, you
This
gotta
is the test.
put your thumb on the square part so you can get the notch. You know how they got it like this right here.
No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta have
yeah.
a booty hole.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
cut
I
a
know,
hole,
right?
or you can put the
All right.
double hole, whatever you want to do.
So this is the plastic, right? It's a piece of plastic, all right?
Jamal
And I'm gonna
Ortiz.
fold it. Are you watching? Are
I'm
you
watching. I'm watching.
And I'm gonna fold it just like the Samsung, all right? It's flat, right? And then I'm gonna fold it to the other edge, just like the
felt good.
Samsung. And look how thin. This is about as thin as it's gonna get. That's how it
Okay.
goes. That's how it
Okay.
goes.
Fold it.
Nothing happened.
No. Close that crease.
I did close it. This is about as much as Samsung closes it.
Crease on the
This-
sound wasn't that thick.
They
Stop
don't
it.
close it. They don't close it. Oh, let me get you a picture.
No,
I'm gonna get you a picture of the
Yeah.
fold closed.
I'm so proud of Catwoman. Your whorish ways have been delivered.
Give me
Mhm.
I am delivered.
All right, you guys see it here? This picture?
Ah,
Hmm.
See? It don't close all the way. I
Poof.
did it exactly as Samsung did. You see it, LeBaron?
I see it.
Okay. All right. It didn't bend. There's no crease, man. There's
Okay,
no
now.
crease.
Hey, I'm gonna do this for Total Tech since he not here.
You said you're gonna do what?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you just folded that one time. You ain't folded that like 50.
Oh my God. How many times do you think the people that got it broken folded it?
They
That
didn't have it in a
device-
couple days.
That device
100,000
was
times before they got it, according to Samsung.
exactly.
Oh my God, dude. Don't be upset. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. We're just asking for Samsung to do right by us. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Hey, look. I think y'all. I think everybody. I still think everybody jumping the goat.
Jumping the goat.
The gate.
I'm jumping the pit.
So you're gonna give us the 411 when you get the
Yeah.
fold, right?
I want you to
Look.
get yours first.
Look. Y'all ain't gonna never hear me stop talking about my phone when I get it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, we know.
We know.
We ain't gonna be nothing bad about it. Look, look. But about 6 months from now, when that screen go out, he ain't even gonna show us.
Are
Yeah.
you still going to look? I got one question. Are you still passing it around?
Huh?
Oh hell no!
Are you still going to pass it around and let other people review it?
No, because because everybody wanted it to. No, because it was a piece of crap. So I'm not gonna give you a piece of crap.
Just asking. You said it was an investment, so I was just wondering.
Yeah.
No, they all said it was a piece of garbage. So why am I going to send out a piece of garbage? They already acknowledged that it's a piece of junk. I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna enjoy it. look, I bought a suit this weekend, Easy, and when I bought that suit, I checked the inside pocket. And I said, yeah, that fold will fit right there.
Hey, that's the same suit that you got on your avatar right there.
That's another suit.
He said he bought a suit just for the fold.
Hey.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe somebody might fold it wrong if you lend it out anyway. So you wouldn't want to. It's too fragile for that.
Look, I didn't buy it for the fold. I'm a suit guy. But don't think I didn't think, oh man, that folder look nice coming out of this pocket.
Hey, to each his own. I mean, look, here's the thing, man. I think we go ride this thing until, look, I wanted to stop talking about the fold, right? But
are we gonna have a verdict tonight?
Huh?
Are we gonna have a verdict tonight, or it's gonna go through an appeals process?
I mean, I really want to stop talking about the fold, but it's such a hot topic. Shit, everybody talking about them. Look, the fold is coming out of everybody's mouth right now, even the average consumers. I talked to some people on the street, and they're like, "Yeah, man, I heard about that fold. Ain't they fucked up, huh? Damn!" Like people in the
bad news travel fast, man. Bad news travel fast.
Look, people in the hood already know about the fold, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen when Huawei come out with theirs $1,000 more than the fold.
Hey, we ain't got to worry about that in the U.S. Trump man, let that happen.
I ain't signing up for that shit, dog.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see the Twitter beef between Elizabeth Warren and Amazon?
No, what happened?
Well, I'm gonna let Kimmy say what she needs to say, and then
I was just gonna say I already got my 7.2, 7.3 inches, and I ain't got to fold it out.
Oh, she got that length. She don't need that fold.
I said I already got 7.3 inches, and I ain't got to fold it out.
Hold on, Kimmy. I didn't finish with you earlier.
Oh.
You didn't finish with me? Or I didn't finish with you? You ended with the conversation. I didn't say anymore.
No. I didn't finish with. So I told you I was able to rock with your Huawei for about 4 or 5 hours this weekend, right?
Woohoo!
And hold on. This is my thing is okay.
Hold on, before you finish that, you just bashed people for holding the phone for a little while, passing judgment, right?
No. I bash people.
Lee Kittle, come on now, you gotta go both ways. You gotta use the phone.
No, I bash people for never touching the device. They never touched. They didn't get 4 miles close to the device and had comment. What I said about your device is, I would love to have it. I would love to have it. The what do you call it? The OS is janky. I don't like the OS, but that doesn't matter. It's Android. I don't think any Android device should ever be judged on its skin, because it's always easy to reskin it. So I'm not gonna even knock that.
Google Gaga.
But this is my thing with the Huawei is this. I go buy one because I don't want to buy one used. All right. If I want it, I want to buy it new. Okay. I buy it new, and as inherently some stuff happens to electronics. Since Huawei can't get their business straight to get their business over here like Oppo and everybody else, I'm stuck with a device that if something happens and I have any ounce of customer service, I'm screwed.
Is that all you got?
I'm saying Huawei ain't in the discussion until they can get in the game.
I played with a phone for 5 hours and I can't exchange it if I have an issue. Is that all you got?
I mean, they're not in the game. They ain't in the game yet.
You can buy a broken phone, $2,000. That's all you got for me on Huawei.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying you want me to spend $1,000 on a device?
My
that-
phone ain't $1,000. I'll stop you there. I can get 3 on my phone for what you gonna pay for your phone.
$750.
Ooh, booyah.
Try
Show
it.
it again. Show it
Go
again.
again, so I can
Show it
replace
again.
the phone.
Ooh.
Mint condition on swap of $750.
You want
Nice. We can't hear you. You're breaking up, LeBaron.
You got Google got Google got.
Right, you get an update every month on my phone.
I want to be able to break the plastic on my box.
Amazon. Get on Amazon. New in the box.
You can break the plastic on your box and your phone when you get the phone.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Get on Amazon and order you one.
How much on
Fine.
Amazon?
Get on there and see. I don't know. I do swapper. But it ain't 2,000. It ain't 1,000. So
Which
still
one?
keep-
Which one you want me to search? I'll search for you.
I can tell you how much it costs for the Mate 20X on Amazon because I just seen one yesterday. $699.
$6.99.
So 3 of them. I
I
get
get
3
one
of them.
for $726 and it'll be here tomorrow by 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's last year's device. I'm talking about the new stuff.
You got
Hold on.
Stop changing the rules, bro. Stop changing the rules.
Focus.
I told you last week, Kimmy, that if I get it, I want the newest device.
That's the one that's out now. There's not one out yet. That's like saying I don't want the Note 9 because the Note 10's coming. It
Exactly.
ain't out yet.
That's the reason I ain't got the no
It's
number.
the newest one. It's the newest one because it's the only one out.
Stop it. I'm not
Now,
going to
why
buy
you have
last.
the Note 8 then?
You said what?
Boop boop ba-doo.
What you said?
I said, why you have the Note 8 then? Why don't you have the Note 9?
Because the Note, I kept the Note 8 because no, I kept the Note 8 because I just didn't justify the price of jumping to the Note 9, and I knew that the whole line was going to change this year, so I just said, hey, I was going to get the Galaxy S10 Plus.
Okay. Well, this is basically like the Note line. The Mate 20X is the latest one. It's not $1,000. If you
It's
look
not
here
like the
on
Note line. It
Amazon,
ain't got a stylus.
you could get a M Pen for
It don't stick
$50
inside
more.
the phone.
It don't stick inside the phone, no.
That's for a pen, right?
But you could get a pen. You said you would like to try the device. We're just telling you that you can't.
And you
Yeah.
can get it new, and you get it for a third of the price.
Don't compare it to the Note. You offending me now.
How are we offending you?
When you got an old ass
It's not the latest one, and we're telling you it is the latest one.
it's newer than your Note 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not comparable to the Note. That's all I'm saying.
But
Yeah,
A
according to
7.3 inch
Huawei,
screen isn't
this
comparable
is
to
a
the
first
Note?
generation. The X line just came out.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, let's talk about Elizabeth Warren fighting with Amazon, okay? Because she wants to break up big tech companies like Amazon, Facebook, and all that. All right. So she was on Twitter and she said, giant tech companies have too much power. My plan is to hashtag break up big tech, prevent corporations like Amazon from knocking out the rest of the competition. You can be an umpire or you can be a player, but you can't be both. Hashtag Warren Town Hall. And then Amazon clap back. They said, we don't use individual sellers' data to launch private label products, which account for only 1% of our sales. And sellers aren't being knocked out. They're seeing record sales every year. Also, Walmart is much bigger. Amazon is less than 4% of US retail. So basically, Elizabeth Warren is saying that it's a conflict of interest for Amazon to have Amazon Basics because they're giving people a platform to sell their products, but then they turn around and then they sell their own version of the products, which knocks the other the competitors down. She considers that antitrust law, against antitrust law, and it's not fair. They're just too big. So that's basically what she's saying. What do you guys think about that?
I think she's a hypocrite.
Yeah, I mean, you think places like Amazon is such a huge conglomerate, right? That employs so many people, man. And matter of fact, didn't Amazon just thought they like their own transporting services where they hired a whole bunch of people in the United States with their own Amazon trucks that's doing deliveries and stuff like that. So I mean, listen, man, I always look at people getting jobs, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Amazon is big, but I'm seeing people employed. That's a good thing. You see Amazon stores popping up, you know, in the U.S. that's employing people. So, you know, it's bringing jobs, man. So, I mean, I can't knock.
That's not the problem, though. The problem is not that it's not whether or not they're bringing jobs to the United States. What they're saying is, let's say, for example, something simple like a battery. I got a battery on my desk, okay? You set up shop.
Everything on that desk.
Yeah. You set up shop on Amazon and you say, you know what? I got the best rechargeable batteries out there for the lowest price. Buy mine. I got 100% satisfaction guarantee. I am the shit. Come buy my batteries. And then Amazon turns around and says, we got Amazon Basics battery. I mean, there's still jobs because there's people that deliver and stuff like that. But now you are going against your own platform. You're going against people in your own platform. You're double dipping because you get paid either way. You get paid whether or not somebody buys Amazon's batteries, or you get paid whether or not that seller, a person buys a battery from that seller.
But you know what? Here's the thing. People do that all the time, right? Don't, like in China, they make knockoffs. So I mean, it happens.
It's not the same thing though, because they're not within the platform. You can also say that about Apple, for example, like that. What's happening with Spotify? They're saying, okay, I'm now putting Spotify on your Apple services on your platform so that people can get it. But then Apple comes out and then makes Apple Music. So Apple makes money either way. They get money whether or not somebody decides to get Apple Music or whether or not somebody decides to get Spotify from the Apple Store. So that's what they're saying is the conflict of interest with the antitrust.
So they're gonna knock good business because we are a capitalistic society. Mm-hmm. And in a capitalistic society, to do good business, you capitalize on any opportunity to make money. So she's a hypocrite for the simple fact that if I go into a grocery store, all right, if I go into Walmart, I go to Jewel, I go to whatever grocery store is popular in your general area. I walk through the shelves, I'm going to see Dorito, I'm going to see Frito-Lay, and I'm going to see that particular store's brand all next to each other.
Like Walmart has great value?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're telling me since Amazon just happens to be an internet store, they can't do the same thing? It's hypocritical.
I like your answer.
Thank you. I'll tell you what, if you live in an area where Amazon is big, Amazon is well, they treat me like my wife, because we got 4 Amazon facilities in Jacksonville, and all you got to spend is $35 or more, and they could be there the same day. And them drivers know my face more than they should. Amazon is killing it.
And you're right. And when we talk about, like, when you go to a Walmart, you got the Great Value brand, or you go get the Kellogg's, or you go get Frito-Lay, which one you want, right? So, yeah. That's the same thing that Amazon is doing. They say, okay, you want to sell XYZ product, but hell, we're going to sell XYZ product at a cheaper price. It all depends on the consumer. It gives consumers choice. Do you want the cheap? Because here's the thing. If you had the same amount of money, would you buy the Pinto or you buy the Lexus? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that is. It's like, it all depends on the consumer. But guess what? It gives the consumer choice. Just like we talk about this fold, choice.
I'm sorry. Scales and more. Thank you for that comment. That's why I said she's a hypocrite.
Well, she.
Oh, wow. I love it. I I like what she. Yeah, it's true. We're talking about the same woman who tried to capitalize on her 0.00001% Native American blood.
I mean, I think, I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but I mean, I don't think she got a chance, because she got called out for that. But I mean, look, here's the thing, man. I think in the United States, man, we have choices. Listen, let me tell you something about us talking about the Galaxy Fold and talking about Samsung and Apple and stuff like that. That's good for the consumer because now we educating them. We're not hating on them. A lot of people say we hating on them. No, we educating them to give them choice. Now they got a choice. Listen, when the phone come out, spend $2,000. That's your choice, right? You already know what you're gonna get. Listen. You got to get the Pampers, the diapers. You can't. You got to use it as a secondary device. You ain't gonna use it as a main device. I mean, but we giving you all the information that we can of what we have. So I believe that these streams and all this information that we put out, I think this is great because listen, a lot of people want us to shut up. Listen, a lot of people, the nights, easy. Don't talk about it no more. Pull your videos down. Don't talk about Samsung, please. Why you gonna do it easy? Come on now. I say that we give this information out, and this is what we do here.
Oh. But I agree with you, Easy. That's the thing. What I'm saying is I guess my argument tonight was everybody doesn't do it in the same mindset as everybody on this panel. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the videos that I saw were like just biased videos just for clickbait. You see what I'm saying? And that's, when, like, I know where you guys are coming from. So I respect that. You see what I'm saying? But then you have those that create videos that are just there for the clickbait, just to ride
the necessary evil, though. I believe it's a necessary evil because we need those people to point out the worst case scenario so that way Samsung will want to prove us wrong by giving us a quality product. I'm
going to tell you something. Wait, if Apple fuck up this new iPhone that's coming out, y'all gonna be out there in droves. Y'all gonna be out there 24 hours a day. I mean, if Apple come out with this phone with that big old camera hump in the back, y'all gonna be sitting up there on this stream. We gonna be talking about it, and it's gonna be like it's gonna be like the second coming. Y'all gonna dog this phone out like holy hell. And listen, we go open it up. We gonna open the platform up. We go dig down deep into Apple when they release the iPhone, just like we doing Samsung. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of y'all can't wait till WWDC and can't wait till the iPhone get released. So all this stuff about the Fold and the Galaxy phones and all that, they go silent because we gonna be digging up in Apple next.
I mean, if it's ugly, it's ugly. Now, if it comes out with a technology that justifies what they did to the back of it, it ain't nothing that you can say. But if it comes out doing the same thing that every other phone on the market does and does it no better, even if it does it equal to everything else in the market, they deserve to be talked about.
Well, I can't wait to Ashley, get on here and put y'all to rest. Like she gonna be, hey, she gonna be talking. She'll be holding her own when Apple come out with that iPhone.
But Ashley in a special group of people because she's not going to get that phone anyway if it's too far of a change.
I don't think I will get the phone this year unless they do something spectacular.
See?
Look at
because I like everything that Apple does. Like I like the way they do things. It makes it easy for me to just adjust to it. I can't say the same for Samsung. But I'm not saying it's a terrible device. I mean, I'm trying the S9 right now, but it's not my Apple phone.
Man, the problem with Samsung and Apple, not just in general, I never will understand why you could spend $1,200 on a Samsung phone and not even 2 months later you can't even get half your money back if you decide to sell it.
And you drop
that's horrible, man.
Yes. They do them buy one get one free. Kill them.
Yes. You know
but
what?
Apple do the same thing.
They don't do buy one get one free.
You can go get a 10s Max and a 10R for free right now.
Now,
from AT&T.
yes, but when it came out, no.
But you know what? You absolutely right when it comes down to Android phones. And I said this, that $2,000 phone in about 3 months, you'll see it on Swapper for $1,000. I'm telling you, man, that phone it's gonna drop quick.
Pull up the S10s and what they cost on Swapper now.
Okay, sure.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, if you look at how Samsung or even all Android phones devalue so fast. I mean, this is why I always tell people you don't have to spend $1,000 on the phone. Wait 1 month and hit it on Swapper and get it for half price. And you don't have to spend $1,000 on the phone. Man, Android phone value drops this like a bucket. I mean, it drops so fast. I mean, you could get a Galaxy S10 for cheap. You know what I'm saying? For cheap. And the reason why I say that is because you're right.
Find an iPhone.
The value of Android phones dropped big time. And look, me and Mr. Chicago were talking about it yesterday on my stream. He was thinking that the phone may be about between $1,100 and $1,300 after 6 months. I beg to differ. I think that phone gonna be on Swapper for $1,000. You're gonna lose it. Think about it. You're gonna lose $1,000 on that phone.
Because look, whoever buys it secondhand, are they gonna have the warranty that the first person had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous cheap. I mean, look, I tell anybody, if you don't buy the phone, you ain't got to buy it now. Wait 6 months and get it on Swapper for $1,000. You ain't got to spend $2,000 on that phone. All you gotta do is wait 6 months and buy it on Swapper. It's gonna be $800-900.
What if Samsung drops the price on the Fold when they come out with it again?
Oh, then everybody gonna be butthurt because they spent $2,200 after tax on the phone, and then Samsung.
No. Like everybody that's pre-ordered or whatever, when they come out with it again, they say, you know what, it's not gonna be 2,000 anymore. It's gonna be 1,500. Would you put in your pre-order? Again?
I don't know. I had to wait and see till the first round come out. I ain't getting it on the first round.
So if they would knock off $500, you still wouldn't pre-order. You'd be like, nah, I'm gonna wait.
I would pre-order. No, I ain't pre-order. I will wait till the second round. I will wait till the beta testers get it in their hand like LeBaron, and then I let them tie it up, and then let Samsung fix the second batch, and I'll get that batch.
What about you taking on a budget? What if Samsung say, you know what, we're gonna do it for $1,500?
Nah, I'm straight. I'm gonna wait a couple generations before I go on ahead and at least think about it again. Because like I said, I was cool with it. I didn't like the price tag, and I ain't no shame in my game. I was gonna go in the AT&T store and ask him straight up how much it is a month. But technically, he said it was $66 a month. I was like, well, shit, he saved me a trip, saved me some gas money. But at the end of the day, for what I wanted to try it out for my usage, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just like Easy said earlier. I go to too many places where you'll never know what the environment is going to be like. And if a piece of dust is causing a $2,000 device or $1,500 device to mess up, I can't do it.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people had that concern. I mean, you pull out the Fold and you, like you say, you on the road or even for business people, right? I mean, you go to meetings or you might go on a construction site or you might do things, and that's your main device. You just spent $2,000 on that phone, so it's gonna be your main phone. And all of a sudden, you pull it out, you got dust and all that stuff hit it, and then you get it home, you wipe the screen off. Now all them dust particles just scratched up your whole screen, right? Because you just wiped it off with a cloth, but you forgot that it's a plastic display. Even when it's glass, with Gorilla Glass 6, you might get away with it. But since it's a plastic display, as soon as you take your cloth and wipe it off, because you're thinking, let me get this dirt off the $2,000 phone, and then you see nothing but scratches. Oh my God. That's got to be a nightmare thinking about it, right?
Look at the S10s. Look at how cheap they're going. An unlocked one is $700. That's a regular S10. S10 plus $720. $800 for unlocked.
I'm wondering if Samsung would take that phone back if it's like within a month or so, or you got like buku scratches on that screen.
No, it's a 14 days. It's 14 days, not a month.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for everybody that talks about Samsung's resale value and being able to get the Samsung for cheap. All right. So is everybody saying they would rather Samsung come in like Apple, hit it at $1,000, shake it, don't give no deals, no nothing, just hit it at $1,000, and
well, if Samsung,
is that what everybody is asking for?
Let me tell you, if Samsung bought out the Galaxy Fold for $1,000, then if they could fix these issues, I think I still probably be on the fence about it. But for $1,000, if they come out and they fix some of this stuff, and I know most people go scratch the screens up, at least it's a little more manageable spending $1,000 on it than over $2,000 for it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, and it'll be a cold day. It's
gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Now it's gonna be on Swapper for $1,000. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're talking used, but what I'm saying is, being realistic. All jokes aside, being realistic. Just talking business 101. All right, realistically, that phone, even if it came out as a perfect device, all right, even though Samsung dumped this iteration of it and brought that device out, okay, as a perfect device, everybody can forget about that price being under $2,000. Because this is the thing.
Just 10 then prove that now they can release $1,500 phones and put 5G in it and sell it for $1,500. That's
but they've been making that. They've been making that form for. They've been making that form, okay, for years now. So that is a perfected form, basically. But you're talking about a brand new device. It's like the televisions that came out, right? Everybody you can get a 65-inch television for $600 now. Some cheaper than that. All right, but when those televisions first came out, they were $10,000. So this is a brand new technology. Okay, the screen itself has ran the cost up on this device. The screen itself and the obvious complication of making that screen.
When Samsung makes their commercials, are they saying, this is $2,000, but it's brand new, so if it messes up a little bit, that's not what they say. It's the bee's knees. We're just holding them to their own word.
Hey, hold on, you telling me that the screen itself, a plastic screen,
plastic,
$2,000. Plastic.
It's not the point of. It's the point of the form factor. Thank you, Tech, for your need. It's the point of the form factor. Okay, the form factor itself does not exist. All right, it did not exist until now. So it's a brand new form factor that has to get cheaper over time.
What about the
Huawei phone?
You said what?
Did Huawei
say what about the Axon?
The who?
The butterfly phone.
Yeah, the butterfly phone. What about Huawei? They've been working on the technology too. What about the Flex Pi? That phone came out.
Huawei charged $2,600 out the door. And the Flex Pi, we ain't gonna even talk about that. That looked like a crumbled up piece of when they open that joke up.
Get it.
What about the job?
For the record, ain't no booty crack on Huawei though. Just saying.
Booty crack.
Thunder in the court.
The Huawei does have a booty crack.
Okay.
Hey, Huawei got that. We ain't got no phone in that Huawei.
Go
What
back
about-
and watch the
what about the
video.
Xiaomi?
The Huawei has a crease.
It's supposed to be like 1,000 and some change, right? The Xiaomi.
Oh, the
You said the who?
Xiaomi.
The Xiaomi gonna be
They don't
$1,000.
have a butt crack. They have love handles.
The Xiaomi, but we don't even know what type of hardware is going to be in the Xiaomi.
It's the same exact one as the
Yeah.
Huawei. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a knockoff.
I rest my case.
But I'm just saying though, the chat is saying it too. We're not talking about the Fold as being brand new, because what about the ZTE? The
Yeah.
Axon M that came out a few years ago. That was a foldable phone.
Yeah.
So who?
The Axon M.
ZTE Axon M. And it didn't cost $1,000.
Yeah.
It didn't flicker.
It had two different screens. Are you kidding me?
It's foldable though.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Come on, stop it, y'all. Come on, now y'all really.
Let me tell you something. If ZTE would have did it right, if ZTE would have came up with edge-to-edge displays, even though it was two phones connected together, but if they would have did it right, if they would have made it premium, made edge-to-edge displays and everything in between, I think they would have been okay.
No, the point of the foldable phone form factor is one screen, okay, that folds. Not two different devices. Oh, come on. There were two different screens. You guys are talking about two different screens that had two different functionalities. That was a garbage iteration of a foldable phone.
And Samsung
They did it first? Yes. What's Samsung doing then? If it was garbage of iteration for the Exxon M, what's Samsung doing?
It's garbage until Samsung does it.
Yeah.
But the Exxon had no benefit of functionality. That was the problem with the
functionality.
What?
It did. It had a lot of functionality with it. You could play two different YouTube videos at one time. You could do two. You can type on one screen and watch a YouTube video on the other screen. You have cool functionality out there phone. Why? It was made by ZTE, because that word ZTE, everybody like, it's trash, it's garbage. Wait till Samsung do it, they go do it right. And everybody.
I remember saying that.
Yeah.
I remember saying, I'm gonna wait for Samsung because they're gonna do it right. Yo, I gotta eat the world.
Yeah.
No, they're not doing no justice. No.
That's the thing. We sit up there, we dogged out the Exxon M. Remember that in the chat? We tore it up, but at least the Exxon M worked. It was a workable product.
Oh no! Stop it! Oh God!
I'll send you the link to the live
stream. That live stream, I remember.
We tore it up. We sit up on this live stream, talked about the butterfly phone. It was trash and all this stuff like that. And look at Samsung.
Yeah, we was like, come on, ZTE, close your legs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Look, I'm telling you.
Big House Productions, I've owned 4 ZTE phones.
So, look, what I'm saying is, if you take the word ZTE off of that phone and put Samsung on that phone, and
it have sold out like hotcakes.
It would have been selling like hotcakes.
At least they're trying.
Yep, at least they're trying. Exactly. At least Samsung tried it.
They did it first.
They did it first. I'm gonna tell you.
What's Apple doing? Nothing.
You can take ZTE name off of that phone and put Samsung on that phone at $750. That phone would have sold like hotcakes.
I'm gonna tell you, in defense of Apple to a certain extent, the reason why Apple has the reputation that it does is because while Samsung released this device, and everybody and their mama is out here, just it's first. They did it first. We did it first. But look at the issues that's happening. Apple gonna wait a year or two and do the exact same thing, and it ain't gonna have damn problem. It's gonna come out for the price, and it's gonna be perfect. Not a single issue gonna be with it.
I see Ashley nodding her head.
It is. That's how Apple rolls.
And you know what? They might even get me to buy it. They might.
Look, Tim Apple go let it hang. He gonna be like that. We gonna do this shit the right way. 2021. This is the Apple Fold, and he go walk across that stage, and everybody go be clapping, Hercules, Hercules, and like us, look, Android people go say, well, we've been had that.
Yeah,
Apple
you
late.
copying us.
You been had that Apple late, but Apple go sit up
And
there.
Tim Apple gonna rub his nuts in everybody's face.
Yeah.
Tim Apple gonna come out charging $2,500, and everybody gonna pay it.
Nah, I'm telling you,
And
Tim,
it's gonna work.
You talk that shit. Tim Apple gonna walk across that stage with that swag, and he gonna be rubbing his nuts all on Android right there. He gonna do a high grab. He gonna look at the phones that's updated to the latest operating system. But look at us. We got 90% of our phones is upgraded to iOS 14. But look, we got one more thing, and he go that man, they go bring that foldable phone out. We go call this the iPhone, and everybody gonna be clapping up and down with their checks. Look, they gonna have their credit cards in their hand. They gonna have their credit cards in their hand. You think I'm lying? You wait till Apple release that foldable phone.
They ain't even gonna have to pull that Apple credit card out.
They gonna test their phone before they put it out. They ain't gonna have them issues.
Apple ain't releasing no foldable phone.
No, they will.
Not this year.
Not this year. They will.
I like Samsung.
Yeah.
It'll be about three years before they even try it.
Nah, it'd be 2. Think about how Apple does their business. For 4 years, we had the 6, 6S, 7, and the 8. All look the same. Then the 10 came out. It was revolutionary. Came out alongside the 8, the last of that series of phones that looked like that. So we got the 10, the 10S. Anybody who think the next 2 years of Apple phones is going to look different than the 10S, I'm sorry, but you're fooling yourself. They're not going to look different. But when they come down to that 4th generation, or whatever the 11S that they want to call it, I guarantee you alongside it, there's going to be an iPhone right next to it.
Look, you guys, Illuminati confirmed.
The reason why I say that they
Illuminati
won't
confirmed.
The reason why I say they won't do the foldable phone is because it's too much. Apple is never going to do anything to take away from a segment that they already have. And the iPad Pro, they're just now getting going with the iPad Pro, and it being a replacement of your desktop or laptop, or a laptop replacement or whatever. If they come out with a foldable phone, it's not going to go over well unless that thing can multitask, the same way that the iPad Pro is. Okay, everybody wonders why they won't do on-screen multitasking on the 10 Max or the 10S Max or however that naming feature is.
They said they wasn't gonna make no bigger iPhones either, right? Didn't they say that?
Right, but they gave you a 6-inch screen for the last 3 years. Can you multitask on that 6-inch screen?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that every time they say they're not gonna do it, they
you
do
can
it.
multitask on a 6-inch screen.
Ashley,
You can multitask on the S9 Plus, so you can multitask on the Max if you want to. So what's the difference?
No, it's not the same thing, Ashley.
No, they don't have
It's
split
not
screen.
the same thing.
Yeah, it's not.
But no. What I'm saying, it's not the same thing. But he's mentioning the 6-inch screen like you can't do it.
He missing my point exactly.
But Apple hasn't done it yet. But do I wish they could do it? Yes, because I feel like they could do it a lot better than Samsung. I give props to everything that Samsung gives in this phone, but it's not as smooth and efficient as Apple. Like, they need to work on their software.
Ashley with the shade.
Yeah, because one UI
focus on the software.
Yeah.
Like, focus on it.
Preach.
But see,
I agree.
But see, the reason why Apple makes the money that they do with their products, like to agree with you, LeBaron, to a certain extent, Apple is not gonna. If they do a foldable phone, it's not gonna be able to do what the iPad Pro does. Just like they gearing the iPad Pro to replace the MacBook, and they gearing the MacBook to replace the Mac, they always gonna have something is gonna have just a little bit less than the next thing. They want you to carry an iPhone, an iPad, and MacBook, and then come home to an iMac, because each thing is going to be slightly less than the next one. So why not release the foldable phone, since that's what everybody's asking for, and just make it do what an iPad mini can do?
Yep, that is.
Right.
It ain't got to be a
The
pro.
foldable phone will replace the iPad Mini.
Yeah, it ain't got to
Yeah.
be a pro. But
Right.
just like I said, I'm a real consumer with a real like need for something like that. I don't like carrying a bunch of stuff with me when I go in and out of my house. If I can walk out the
Same.
house with my iPhone and just flip it open into an iPad Mini, then you got my money. Because I know it's gonna
Same.
work, and I know it's gonna be updated for 5 years. Unlike Samsung, where it's gonna be 1
Same.
year,
Hey,
one
guess
year of
what?
updates, and that's it.
Same.
Look, check this
Yep,
out, right?
same.
Do you really think that that the Galaxy Fold would get 1 update, 2 updates?
And that thing it ain't gonna get nothing but security updates, and that's it. Everybody and their mama gonna have the S10 Plus with a whole brand new software,
Then they
and
gonna
the
get that.
$2,000 Galaxy Fold owner's gonna be like, "Well, when we getting our update, I got the unlocked version. When I'm getting the update, but they
Nah, you a second class citizen. You gotta go to all the carriers first.
that's my only feel because it's new software. I don't think it's gonna get it.
Ooh.
Hey, we
Oh,
got Bixby ready? Are we getting Bixby ready?
Yeah, I have Bixby ready.
Okay.
Can we give props to Eric for standing this whole time? He wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to stand. Good job, Eric.
Right.
Yeah. I've been sitting up here for 2 hours.
2 hours, man.
2
2
hours, and I'm
Gonna soak
drinking.
your feet after this, huh?
Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours, and I'm drinking.
That means you don't feel anything right now. You will later.
yeah. I mean, look, I do it for my viewers. You know, I mean, we doing it for the fans. We doing it for the fans.
I want to give you credit for innovation to turning a meat cleaver into a.
Man, I need Eric at my courthouse in the morning because I got court at 2:00.
Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. We try to be excited on Wednesday. We try to do something. We like to have these great debates, man. And I felt that, hey, let's go and bring it to the courtroom, you know. It was last decision, by the way, right? I actually got a video coming out that I just filmed me being in the courtroom. So trust me, it's coming out. I got to deal with the people with the screen stuff. I got another video of that coming out because people, you know, they all in their feelings right now with this Samsung Galaxy screen video I dropped. They're like, ain't no way no LG gonna beat my phone. No way. And I'm like, oh Lord, so I'm dealing with that. So I gotta rebuttal the video coming out. Hopefully I'm gonna try to post it tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, so
You want me back with that, E? You want me back? I'm grabbing a couple of G8s.
Hey man, listen. And you know what's so funny about that video I made? Now I try to be as fair and balanced about that video. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. That's no scripted video. Like that script. I mean, what I seen was like me doing it for the first time. It ain't like I actually did it before and they say, you know what, I already know how the screens look. I'm telling you, man, I went in, I popped the camera open and I started, you know, just doing the screen test. I didn't have no idea. My whole plan of thought is that everybody felt that, you know, Samsung got the best screens. I agree with that. So what I said, well, Samsung go beat this no matter what. And so if you notice in the video, I'm like choked up a little bit. I'm like, damn, LG? You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video and just listen to my voice like, damn, LG. And like, people are like, oh, you must be on the LG payroll. Come on, man. Y'all know me better than that. Like, people that watch my YouTube channel know that I love Samsung. I talk about DeX. I talk about the Galaxy Note. You know, I talk about a whole lot of things about Samsung. So when I went into the screen test video, I already had it in my mind that Samsung phone will blow it out the water. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? But when the LG kind of, you know, smacked it up or down a little bit, a lot of people got in their feelings. So everybody wanted me to do a redo, put it on vivid mode, cheat. So you know what? I made a cheat video. I'm cheated on Samsung. Fuck it. I say, you know what? Y'all won't see it. I'm going to go down and do it. And I say in the video, I'm cheating for Samsung. Fuck it. I mean, people got pissed off that they claimed that, oh, easy. You know, shout out to Big House Production. Props to LeBaron for sticking up for Samsung. They need to cut the check, man.
That's right. Pay the man, Samsung. Pay the man.
Let's do Bixby so we can get out of here.
I need more than 120,000, like Mr. Catwoman.
Oh, God, all I need is $120,000. I'm the virgin. Well, when he first said that, man, my face like cracked a little bit when he first said it for the first time. Man, that shit had me like tripping. Like, man, what Mr. Catwoman been drinking all night, man?
I told him too. I'm like, everybody's clowning me because of you.
they're like Catwoman ain't thinking about business. What's
Yeah,
wrong?
she ain't doing her job.
That boy Tanner was at his neck, boy. That joint was. I'm glad I wasn't on the stream that night because I was crying.
Hey, bro, thank you for the super chat, bro. Oh man, thank y'all for the super chat, bro.
Thanks, LeBaron. He said, Big House, I am less biased than you think. I'm always going to move on the side of innovation, which I have been consistently saying Apple won't do. Sure enough, won't.
Let's do roll call.
Okay, cool. Roll call.
Tana does tech.
No.
Sorry, I missed you.
No.
That
was last week. Sorry.
Hold on, time out.
Where's Mr. Catwoman at?
No, that was last week. Remember, because I didn't say his name.
No, I'm being funny.
He didn't say his name. What?
Don't say my name.
Roll call. Okay. All right, I got it right. Now.
Go.
Roll call.
Easy Computer Solution. Tech Valor, Gadget Goddess, Ashley Morgan, LeBaron Burton, Teching on a Budget, Tech Rant, Just Wallace Tech, Mark C609, KLV The One, Total Tech, Art, Dog, Ray, Hyper, Keith Williams, Sipinolo Avroni Oblick, Jean Michelle, Carlton Brown, Tony M, Zach Tuck Steck, Slots, Onanis, Jim McNevin, Big Mike Steck, Tobes and Wajagu, 10-minute tech reviews, tech for your needs, Marcus Zarphoneus, Big Dog, Gnosis, History on 45 Tech, Michael West, Eric Drummond, Carnizel, Technically T, Ahmed, Heinza, Doc Johnson, Tech Loven, Mama, Biggest Productions, Ronald Sims, Android Stud, Dexter Cumberbatch, Snooze 24 Hours, Craig's Tech Talk, Zenigma, Merchant Smith Images, Ahmed, Heinza, Big John Tech Reviews, Stephen, Moore, The Techlets, It's Her Boy Mario, L. Jeff Reviews, Yahir Bunsey, Forbes Tech Reviews, Jamal, Ortiz, Scales and more, It That Joe Guy, Savage Scientist, BVZ Zathri.
Damn.
Thank you for coming on, y'all.
The Techlets.
Genosis was in the stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, Genosis, you ain't back me up, dude.
Biggest.
Hey, he didn't want that fight, bro. He didn't want that fight. He like, nah, player, you're on your own.
Nobody signed on as these nuts, so we didn't have it at the end.
These nuts next week.
Yeah.
Those
Forget
nuts.
to bring on these nuts.
Yeah, I got y'all next week.
I got a shirt for these nuts next week too. You'll understand.
I want to thank everybody for coming and listen, man. I always wait for Wednesday to come, man, because it's always exciting. We're always full of news, and I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Barry, Tech King on the budget, plus the lovely ladies. Y'all always in the building, making sure that it's exciting. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. So shout out to the replay crew that's watching this, and y'all giggling at work. And y'all giggling and y'all call. And y'all calling little Baron all kinds of names. Y'all driving down. You're like, who is this dude? Nah, but LeBaron, you know, everybody on the serious tip, I really do appreciate everybody. Come. Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This is
no, we love me just a little special. Go ahead.
Yeah, he know he VIP. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
That's all right. That's all right.
Hey, I just want to say I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Hey, come back.
Hey, come back, man. We get you back on.
And thanks to Tech Rant for coming on too.
Yes, Tech Rant. Yes.
Man, I'm mad Tech Rant couldn't stay. Tech Rant be dropping that shit, make just be laughing your ass off at what he say. And it be fast.
We got to get Tech Lover Mama back up here. Then we got to get
Spectacular gadgets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spectacular gadgets. We gotta get them back on. You know,
He's not. Come back on.
yes, we gotta get everybody back on. Well, we didn't get another person that was supposed to come on, but it's all good. We'll do it next week. This is Eric Comedian Computer Solutions signing off. Thank y'all guys very much. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.